Tonight, Referendum 2020. The First Minister tells STV News when she wants to see the next independence referendum.
I would have thought sometime next year, probably in the latter half of next year.
Also tonight, a man accused of murdering an Angus oil worker blames the jealous anger of a co-accused. Fighting fire with fire, crews are set to use controlled burning to tackle wildfires across Scotland.
And I'll be live with all the sport here in Dingwall as Ross County look to clinch the championship title and promotion back to the Premiership.
Good evening, I'm Ben Phillip and this is the STV News at 6, live from Aberdeen. The First Minister has told STV News she expects a second referendum on independence to take place in the latter half of next year. Nicola Sturgeon announced earlier this week she wanted a second vote by 2021 if the UK leaves the European Union. And she would consider a second vote even if Brexit fails to happen. Our political correspondent Ewan Petrie is in Edinburgh ahead of the SNP conference. Ewan. A man accused of the murder of an Angus oil worker has blamed the jealous anger of one of his co-accused for the attack. Callum Davidson also claimed he got the victim's blood on his clothes as part of the assault which took place in the back of a car he was driving. From the High Court in Edinburgh, Susan Nicholson reports. Fire crews could introduce controlled burning as part of measures to tackle the increasing number of wildfires across Scotland. A massive blaze raged for more than 4 days in Moray this week. Nicola McCally is at the scene. 2 women who died after getting into difficulties in the sea off Aberdeen have been officially named. The pair entered the water in the early hours of last Friday morning. Despite being recovered by lifeboat, they died in hospital. Ross Govins reports. School pupils have raised concerns about cuts to special needs teaching in Highland. Youngsters who've personally benefited from the service staged a 2-hour protest this afternoon outside the council's headquarters. It aims to slash the special needs budget by £5.9 million. It's invited communities to discussions. Now, almost 6,000 cyclists are entered for a race at Loch Ness on Sunday. Among the mix of serious and fun-loving riders is an athlete given barely a year to live 3 years ago. Here's Ian Ramage. A special service will be held this weekend to mark 100 years since the first Fraserburgh lifeboat disaster. 2 crewmen died when their vessel capsized after responding to a distress call on the 28th of April 1919. Since then, 11 other men from the Broch have lost their lives at sea, more than any other RNLI station in Scotland. Laura Alderman has more. Well, that takes us on to the sport with Chris tonight in Dingwall. Chris, a big match for the Staggies tonight. Now we go to the weather with Laura Piper. Laura, as we go into the weekend, please tell us you have some good news.
Oh, Ben, I'm so sorry. I wish I did. It's actually looking a little bit on the damp side, and especially compared to that gorgeous sunshine that we had last weekend, you are going to need your brollies this time. But it's not been such a bad week. We've had some beautiful photos sent in from viewers. As you can see, this lovely one from the Isle of Skye, and here on Aberdeen Beach as well. A lovely glow in the sky there. But we do have some sunny spells tomorrow. So let's take a look at the forecast where you are.
And finally tonight, they say 3's a crowd, but 30 may be pushing it. A retiring obstetrics consultant in Fife had a unique send-off this afternoon as 10 sets of triplets he helped deliver arrived to see him off. The celebration was a complete surprise to Graham Tideman, who says he sees each delivery as an honour. Our reporter Ivana Holland has been meeting the man behind the broods. A very happy retirement to him, and that's all for this Friday's edition of the programme. Tune in to STV at 8 o'clock tonight for our brand new entertainment show, What's on Scotland. I'll be back with the late news at 10:30. Until then, have a good evening. Bye-bye.